Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we had error of a sum and difference. In this session, let me recollect the statement, then I will start for the next one. Finally, the rule says that when two quantities are added or subtracted, the absolute error in the final result is the sum of absolute errors in the individual quantities. So this was a statement. Mathematically, we convinced ourselves that absolute error in the result is delta A plus delta B. In the previous session, we completed the numerical temperatures of two bodies, which is defined as T1 20 plus or minus 5 degree, T2 50 plus or minus 5 degree. And I hope I have supported you. In this session, we'll learn about error of a product or a quotient. So when I say product means a multiplication, quotient means, yes, a ratio of two physical quantities. Let I start with, then I'll come back to this share. Good morning, students. Once again, I hope in this session we'll have error of product or a quotient. Yes, let me have a simple. It's error of product or a quotient. Now, let me have product first. Let A is equivalent to A plus or minus delta A. First one. Now, similarly, we have B equivalent to B plus or minus delta B. Call it as equation 2. Now, what is the product? A is a physical quantity. A can be written as a mean value plus or minus delta A, absolute error in A. B, mean value plus or minus delta B, absolute error in B. A is defined as A plus or minus delta A. B is defined as B plus or minus delta B. Now, when I say product, let Z is defined as AB. Is called a product. Call it as equation 2. Equation 3. Already 2 is used. 1 and 2. Let me call it as equation 3. Now, since Z is defined as AB, I want to understand what is the error of product. Means if A has an error, this is called absolute error in A, and this is called absolute error in B. If A has an error, absolute error, B has an absolute error, if I go for a product of two physical quantity, how error propagates in Z? That is an idea. Similarly, Z is also defined as is equivalent to Z plus or minus delta Z. Yes, I got it. Now, if I put equation 1, 2 and Z in this equation 3, this looks like this. This Z is copied here. It becomes Z plus or minus delta Z, which is equivalent to A. A is taken from equation 1. It looks like A plus or minus delta A. Then I had a product, nothing means product. Then B is defined from equation 2. It is B plus or minus delta B. Yes. So looking into this Z is defined as Z plus or minus delta Z. A means Z is taken from here. A means equation 1, 2. Now if I simplify, the right hand part is equivalent to this A multiplies with B and A multiplies with delta. Similarly, I will have 4 products. First AB, let me write it. It looks like this. It is equivalent to AB. Then it becomes plus or minus A delta B. Check it out. A multiplies with B, AB. Then A also multiplies with delta B. So plus or minus as it is. First A you write, then delta B. Now it becomes plus or minus. I'm going for the second part. This multiplies with B. It also multiplies with the second part. So plus or minus, it is B delta A. B times delta A. Then again plus or minus here delta A delta B. You can write it like this. Delta A plus or minus delta B. Nothing wrong. So I got 4 entities. So AB, A times delta B, B times delta A plus or minus delta A delta. Since this delta A and delta B are small, the product is negligible. So I am going to neglect it. So neglect this product, neglected, because this being small. Since delta A is small, delta B is small, the product of two small quantities gives still smaller quantity. I am going to neglect this part. Now, the equation becomes Z plus or minus delta Z. This is visible now. Now, what is the next step? Call it as the reducible part. Let me remove this. It looks like this. Z plus or minus delta Z, which is equivalent to AB plus or minus A times delta B. One more step I'm writing for your clarification. Plus or minus B times delta A. So call it as equation 3. Already used. Call it as equation 4. When you look at equation 4, you can notice it is left hand side you have a Z plus or minus delta Z. Right hand side you have A, B and delta A, delta B. Next, I'm going to suggest this is called left hand side of equation 4. This is called complete right hand side of equation 4. Now what I will do, left hand side is divided by Z, right hand side is divided by AB. I hope you can understand. So left hand side is divided by Z. Divide equation 4. The next step, divide equation 4 by Z, left hand side. Divide right hand side of the equation by AB. The simplification gives you, what is the next step? When I divide this left hand side by Z, it reduces to Z by Z. Let me write the equation. Z by Z plus or minus delta Z by Z. I hope you can appreciate. First part Z by Z, second part delta Z. Now right hand side it is AB upon AB. I write AB divided by AB. Now plus or minus A delta B divided by AB. Then plus or minus B times delta A divided by AB. Yes. When you look at the things, this gives you 1. I can write it. It looks like 1. It becomes 1 plus or minus as it is, that is delta Z by Z. Then I have, of course, you can easily appreciate. Let me tell and I will write in the next step. It is 1 plus or minus delta Z by Z. It becomes again 1. It is A cancels out, BB cancels out. The relationship looks like, what is the next step? Let me write the next step. I will erase and I will write, cross check. Since I already used it, I will be removing this part. So, okay, let me write it here. Simplified step. So if I write this relationship on the right hand side, it looks like this equation becomes, this is 1 plus or minus delta Z by Z. This is 1 plus or minus delta Z by Z is equivalent to again 1 because AB by AB is 1. This is plus or minus delta B by B because A and A nullifies. So here you have plus or minus delta B by B. Now similarly I have plus or minus delta A by A. I'll be writing plus or minus delta A by A. Cross check. When I simplify this equation to this equation, it looks like 1 plus or minus delta Z by Z is equivalent to 1 plus or minus delta B by B plus or minus delta A by A. When you look at left hand side and right hand side, this 1 get equated to 1. This delta Z by Z left hand side is equivalent to right hand side delta A by A plus or minus delta B by B. What it gives me? It gives me relative error in Z. Delta Z by Z, I'm moving from here. Delta Z by Z is equivalent to delta A by A plus or minus delta B by B. I repeat, delta Z is absolute error divided by mean value. Absolute error by mean value is called relative error. Now the maximum possible mean error, the maximum possible relative error, I repeat, the maximum possible relative error is equivalent to plus or minus, you can write plus or minus, nothing wrong, plus or minus delta A by A plus or minus delta B by B. Again, there are four possibilities. What are the four possibilities? As I said in my earlier discussions, there will be four possibilities. Among the four possibilities, this is a beautiful equation. You can call it as equation number 4 is used, call it as 5. When you look at equation 5, there are four possibilities. Out of the four possibilities, delta z by z is equivalent to plus delta a by a plus delta b by b gives you the maximum possible error. I repeat, delta z by z is called relative error in z. Relative error in z is equivalent to plus delta a by a plus delta b by b. This provides you the maximum possible error. So this is called maximum possible error. One interesting aspect, when you have error of a sum or a difference, you notice delta z is equivalent to delta a plus delta b. When you go for difference or a product or a ratio, error of a product or a ratio or a division, it is not delta z, it is delta z by z. It is called relative error. Relative error is equivalent to the sum of two relative errors, individual relative errors. Means delta z by z is equivalent to delta a by a plus delta b by b. Okay, good. I have shared the screen. Finally, we got the maximum relative error. Why it is relative error? Look at it. The heading is error of a sum or a difference. You have delta a plus delta b. It is called maximum possible error. It is called maximum possible absolute error. Delta z is called just absolute error. The moment you come across to product, I repeat, product or a quotient, it is not delta z, it is delta z by z. That is the beauty of mathematics and of physics. Delta z by z is called relative error. That's why we have written the answer as the maximum possible relative error is written as delta a by a plus delta b by a. This mathematical equation will be very, it becomes very clear when I go for a numerical. Which numerical? Let me follow. In the next numerical, that is 2.8 and 2.8, you will definitely learn. Now finally, we'll read. The rule says that when two quantities are multiplied or divided, multiplied means like AB, divided means A by B, the relative error in the result, what is the result? Delta Z by Z is called relative error in the result. Z is a result, delta Z is also error in the result. The relative error, yes, in the result is the sum of the relative errors in the multipliers. What are the multipliers? A and B are the multipliers. A and B gives you Z, whereas delta A and delta B gives you relative error in A and B. Hence, the answer is when two quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of relative errors in the multipliers. Let me cross check. Let me repeat. Example 2.9 we start. In the example 2.9, the resistance R is defined as V by I, where V is voltage, which is defined as 100 plus or minus 5 volt. Similarly, current, which is defined as 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere. Both I have highlighted. Find the percentage error in R. The beautiful question, and we will use all the relationships. You have a simple relationship. Find the percentage error in R. We'll apply the rule. The rule says that, simple rule. Yes, go through this. We'll continue on the board. The numerical is very simple, where I need to calculate what is the percentage error in R. R stands for resistance. Resistance is a property of resistor. Resistor is the name of an element. So what is its property? Resistance. What is resistance? The opposition to the flow of current is called resistance, is the name of a physical quantity. It is measured in ohm. So I need to finally calculate what is the percentage error in R. So I have a voltage which is defined as 100 plus or minus 5 volt and current which is defined as 10 plus or minus 0.2. Let me cross check. Voltage is 100 plus or minus 5, current is 10 plus or minus 0.2. Yes, let me cross check. Let me start. The board is pretty clear now? Yes. I had an example. I think it is 2.9. Yes. 2.9 says that the voltage is 10 volt plus or minus 5 volt and current is 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere. Voltage is measured in volts, current is measured in ampere. Let me start. So V is equivalent to 100 plus or minus 5 volt. And similarly, my current, which is defined as I, is equivalent to 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere. I need to calculate resistance first. Resistance is defined as, all are familiar, R is equal to resistance, whose value is voltage by current. Yes, this is defined in this way. It is V plus or minus delta V. So it is defined as I plus or minus delta I. It will be clear in the board, don't panic. Don't have patience. It is just a little bit wet. It looks like this. It is 0.2. Yes, this is 10. This is 100 plus or minus 5. Yes, the first one is called V plus or minus delta V. So I is defined as 10 plus or minus 0.2. V is defined as 100 plus or minus 5 volt. So V is 100 volt, delta V is this. This is called voltage mean value, absolute error in voltage, current mean value, absolute error in current. What is R? R is written like this. Now we call it as equation 1. R can also be written as R equivalent to R plus or minus delta R. So we know that this is an equation. Now what is the percentage error? Percentage error in R, percentage error in R is written as, which is equivalent to delta R by R into 100. I need to get this. Delta R is absolute error in R. R is a mean value. Then into 100 I need to do. Finally, I need to use this relation, which is called as 3. Let me first calculate what is R. R is equal to V by I. So let me write R is equivalent to V. V means 100. Let me write once again V by I. V is 100. 100 upon 10. So this is going to be 10. Now what is this delta R? What is this delta R means? The mathematics says that I need to get this delta R by R. This is going to be a formula. Relative error. When you have the, we have a formula. Error of a product or a quotient. This is called now quotient V by I. Whether it is product or a quotient, the rule says that delta R upon R. Delta R upon is called relative error in resistance. Delta R is absolute error in R. R is called resistance. The ratio of absolute error to its mean value, it is called mean value. This is called R. Resistance is given by mean value plus or minus absolute error. The ratio of delta R by R is called relative error. Relative error in R, according to this mathematical relation, which is defined as, since it's a ratio, means a division, I am free to write it is delta V by V plus delta I by I. You remember this formula. Out of 4 possibilities, only this is going to maximum possible error. So I have written here delta R by R is equal to delta V by V plus delta I by I. Like in the previous example, delta Z by Z is equivalent to delta A by A plus delta B by B, because we made a statement whether it is Z equal to AB, which we proved, or whether Z equal to A by B. Whether it is for product or a ratio, delta Z, I hope you remember, delta Z by Z is equivalent to delta A by delta A plus, delta B by B. So this is called the rule. What is the rule? The rule says that relative error in Z is equal to sum of the relative errors in individual multiplier, something like this AB. delta A by A plus delta B by B. Now I'm using R equal to V by I. It is called Z equal to A by B formula. So delta Z by Z means delta R by R equal to delta A means delta V by V. What is delta V? It is available. Delta V, delta I and V. Let me put it. This delta R, I need to calculate. R is already known. R is equal to 10 ohm. Let me write this formula as it is. Delta R by R, mathematics. What is delta V? Delta V is 5 volt, 5 by 100, 5 by 100 plus 0.2 upon 10, 0.2 by 10. Yes, I repeat. In case you have an issue, I will just erase and I'll show you. Because of the board, yes, it is 10 plus or minus 0.2. So I have written here once again. It's going to be 100 plus or minus 5 volt, and this is going to be ampere. Yes. Now 0.2 by 10, 5 by 100. This is 5 by 100. This is 0.2 by 10. Do the mathematics. It becomes 0.05. It becomes 0.02. I hope the next step I'll be writing here. This becomes 1020. There is no decimal. 0.05 plus 0.02. Together it becomes 0.07. So this is my relative error. What is my relative error? Relative error is going to be, I want percentage error in R, which is defined as delta R is equal to this. Delta R by R I got. Delta R by R is going to be 0.07. 0.07 into 100. So finally I'll get the answer. It is 7%. What is percentage error in R? Percentage error in R is going to be 7%. Yes, cross check. Now we'll cross check with the textbook. The resistance R is defined as V by I, where voltage is defined as 100 plus or minus 5 volt, current is defined as 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere. Find the percentage error in R. The approach is, the percentage error in V is 5%. The percentage error in current is 2%. And 5 plus 2 becomes 7%. The total error in R would therefore be 7%. This is the textbook approach. Both are valid. What is the percentage error in V? So let me go back and I will explain. The next class definitely will take up. Thank you.